Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. Where they've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the... So Georgia's offense will start this game off. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. The aerial assault continues. Lets it fly. It's complete. A huge pickup. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. We all love the quarterbacks with the big arms and the big throws, but getting that protection set properly is so huge.
And I think the quarterback just had so much confidence that he was going to be picked up. He didn't freak out. He was so poised, knowing that those big fellas up front, they had it all taken care of.
Georgia comes quickly to the line. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Off play action. Finds his big tight end. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Alabama's offense will get the ball for the first time. And these two electrifying runners can put on a show, guys.
Well, we always talk about the importance of tackling on defense, never more so than it came like this. When you've got two studs in the backfield that can make people look silly, you better...
All kinds of running room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Coming after it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Let's see what they've got on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll run the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run, and the sack all the way back at the 5. They've got it at the 20 on 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw, trying to get to it. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
He'll try to do it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. Running toward the tape. At the 30. At the 20. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball in the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill. But show that defense. You will attack everything.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, he just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They want to just keep throwing it. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Alabama pushing the tempo. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Field goal is good.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
On the move from inside his 5. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
The pitch to the left. Got room at the 35. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Hey, quarterback, dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll go to the ground. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. A lot of urgency for this offense. Looking to throw on second down. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed. And
fires into traffic, intercepted. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Not DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing a turnover.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 35, he's open. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
They're bringing heat. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollack. He really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to 2 guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Georgia!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Fakes the grab on the left. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the 2nd half.
1st and 10 for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Back open in the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking to throw it again. And the quarterback is snowed under. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man. At the 45 on his way.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
Finds him out of the backfield.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
This one's complete. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Dogs!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to... Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. He's going to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Dialing up a second down pass play. Escapes the sack. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 4th down, looking to pass. Hit as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring goal.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here.
Off he goes. The 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Quick completion to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, what a caught! Touchdown tie! And they take it in for 6 more points. Here comes the 2-point try. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Knocked down at the 31 after it.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
They'll try the outside to the left. Steamrolls his way ahead. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll let it go down the right side. Wide open, he makes the catch. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. He gets it so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. Try to get it on the ground. Bring in the heat. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
That's a real good-looking throw. And I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Alabama quickly back to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete to the left. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might as well stick with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On third down, going up top. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. It is perfect. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, and they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Adams. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting and keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. On first and 10 from the 38. He's looking to throw it. He'll take a shot. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell, but good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Georgia! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here.
Can anyone catch him? A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there.
Ball's out. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
Line gets set, first down. On the option. He'll toss it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. You're interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Got his man quickly. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got the quick pass. Touchdown, Dogs! And the stomping has commenced. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Coming out with it, it's House. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes that Alabama offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
He makes the connection.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. He'll just keep slinging it. Got the back over the middle.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Got a man in the middle. Oh, look out. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bama!
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. A really, really nice job.
Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, the quarterback's patient. Most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the pummeling has started. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He's got the back in the middle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man in the middle. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Shoots it to the left. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Looking for the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to... I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Slips through the line. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
This makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing.